fly now to Hawaii and join Alfred Asenas for an update on the COVID-19 outbreak in the Pacific region. Aloha, Manong.
Aloha, Ace and Eliza, and guess what I have in front of me right now? All right, this is actually not an endorsement or product placement, but hey, our director Bobby gave me the go-ahead because we want to emphasize this line right here. Tuloy ang laban, the fight continues. Okay,
Against COVID.
So I'm here right now at Aloha Stadium. And you'll see a bunch of cars behind me. Let me just pan a little bit for you. You would think that there's an event here, like a game or a concert about to begin. But actually, these are unused rental cars that are consolidated from various companies. And most of them are here at the parking lot of Aloha Stadium for the obvious purpose that because travel to this island has been severely restricted. The tour companies have closed down. Rental companies have also shuttered, and for security sake, they got the most of these rental cars here. And you will also see the billboard behind me. I don't know if it's readable, but it says events at the stadium are also suspended. So we just want to give you a snapshot on what's it looking like here in the Aloha State in respect to the ongoing crisis. Now, before we move further, we do want to send condolences to the loved ones of the first unfortunate the fatality of COVID-19, which was announced last night. And the actual date at the time of death that took place on the 20th of March. And the only facts that we received in the media channels is that the patient already had underlying health conditions. A male on Oahu Island, that's about it. So it's a sad, but it's something that unfortunately has to be expected with this magnitude of a crisis. Let's move on to the main topic of our report here is that we wanted to show you a couple of statements, not from here, but it does relate to other parts of the world, most particularly here in the Pacific region. The first statement came from Isa Baza, who is a spokeswoman of the Guam Department of Education. It's a part of a report we submitted yesterday, but for the sake of our audience, it's about this grab-and-go free meal service for the students who aren't able to get back to school. The second one is a counselor from American Samoa who is adjusting to alternative methods of teaching. So let's check them out.
Came out today to support this program, to all the partners that made it possible, including, of course, the DOE management team, the Sodexo team, which is the food services contractor, the volunteers from AmeriCorps, the Mayor's Council. They're out here helping to direct traffic. You know, there's been a lot of people who have been wanting to support, even people who've been wanting to help from other agencies and provide more materials for the staff and for the students. So just really excited to get this going. We know that this is a really unprecedented situation, not only here in Guam, but throughout the globe. And so there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of fear. So this is just one way that we can do our part to help those who might not be able to get those daily school meals that they're used to at the school site. And, you know, everyone can do their part. We just encourage everyone to continue doing what they can to prevent the spread of coronavirus and to just help others in the community.
Well, with the closures of school, the action plan is already in place for the teachers to give the students work packets or communicate with them via social media, email, YouTube, or Google Classroom, any means that they can get in touch with the students. And that should be a good way of keeping track of the students' work and keeping them abreast with school activities as well.
Let me just highlight and mention that the second one was Iolani Misipeka. She's the high school counselor from American Samoa. So you will notice how they describe their situations. And the situation here in Hawaii, not only are they learning as we speak on how to better serve the community, especially the children, but there's also a bit of cooperation, volunteering from other groups, like the one in Guam. She mentioned the mayor's office. You got the federal agencies who are probably not or being told to stay at home to spend time helping in their local communities. So, and we related back here that the Department of Education continues to prepare, when the opportunity comes back for these students to be at their with their friends, classmates back in the traditional classrooms. But for now, they're adjusting their methods, their means of continuing to teach these students during the stay-at-home order that was issued by the state yesterday. So just wanted to kind of show you that the sense of community in these islands, especially when our regions are prone to hurricanes, typhoons, other natural disasters. So there's a similar approach to how to respond to crisis like this one we're going through right now. Now, speaking of the schools here in Hawaii, there was just an announcement by the Department of Education. Supposedly this week they were going to come back to regular sessions. Then it got pushed back to April 6th, I believe, for classes. Now they're pushing it even further to the end of April, the 30th of April, in line with the state stay-at-home order issued by Governor David Ige to keep folks at home and work at home as much as possible. So now the Department of Education, we can expect them to deal with, okay, how are they, will they be able to use that opportunity to still be able to reach out to the students and parents and somehow make themselves productive and make everyone productive through education. So that's our highlights for you, and I believe we showed some shots of what's been going on in Honolulu. Not much by way of activity. So we want to ask everyone here, especially in the Aloha State, to stay at home, work at home, do your part in preventing the spread of COVID-19. And before I leave Ace and Eliza, I just wanted to, hats off to all our information technology, our IT folks who are making this connectivity possible, because it's not just here at EBC, but even in various spectrums of society, from government to private corporations to churches, who have to use web conferencing to be able to connect to each other from distances. And I just wanted to say, hey, you guys may may pick on them, for being slow or being responsible for slow connectivity, but we want to thank them for what they're doing in line with our healthcare professionals. With that in mind, tuloy ang laban. The fight continues. Alfred Asenas, Eagle News, will live in interesting times. Back to you.
Thank you.